The question is that Clause 2 stand part. The Honourable Damien O'Connor.
Thank you very much, Mr Chairman, and I don't like to let it go that easily. Mr Speaker, Clause 2, the commencement date of the bill, and the question of the Minister is he going to wait until his review has come up with some recommendations around the larger issue of DIRA milk, and will he delay the date when this comes in and receives a royal assent? No. Or will he just let this go through and then muddle around, as he has done on most issues, for a lot longer? The meat industry, for example, in desperate need of some leadership, and that Minister hasn't committed to any dates at all, and as this Clause 2, the commencement date, is so important here, then maybe the Minister can learn from the issues here and the questions around when he should bring this bill in, when he should review it and when he should change it, because Parliament doesn't have a huge amount of time between now and the election, and he has to realise that if he does have a plan or agenda and he or his colleagues don't seem to come up with any, then they've only got a few months to implement them, because after that it will be our agenda and our plan. And I look forward to that. Mr Coleman over there, he's living in hope. Mr Chairman, I'm not going to speak long on this, but other than to ask the question of the Minister, if this bill is commenced on the day it receives the royal assent, will he then turn around and release the review of the substantive DIRA issues? And he's muddling around with papers there, just as he has with this bill. So maybe he can take a call and give us a timeline for further change and reform of the DIRA regulations.
The question is that Clause 2 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye.
Aye.
Contrary, no. The ayes have it. We now come to Clause 3. The question is that Clause 3 stand part. The question is that Clause 3 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. We now come to Clause 3A. The question is that Clause 3A stand part. The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye.
Aye.
Contrary, no. The ayes have it. We now come to Clause 4. The question is that Clause 4 stand part. The Honourable Damien O'Connor.
Thank you, Mr Chairman. And this is